Hello everyone, it's Natalie here and we're back. This is going to be the reading for Libra again. This particular card says a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. I'm using all the full moon cards for this time. So this is going to be the single Libra reading. Someone might show up in this reading, someone might not. But if they do, we'll get a little bit more information on them. If you're in a situationship, you can also look at the general love reading because that kind of compares you and another individual's energy, so that may resonate better. But if not, stick around for the single AF reading. We also have the elemental oracle cards here that we'll pull at the end. I have my Radiant Rider Tarot, which we may end up using, but I also have the normal Rider Tarot here. This is the traditional manga tarot, which is this one. And yeah, so let's just get into it, see what's to come up. Past, present, future love reading for single Libras. Okay, so I do see. Did any more flip over? I think they did. Okay. So generally looking at the past energy, because a lot of them came out, so we'll go over that first. You have the Two of Pentacles, which is about balancing things. No matter what circumstances are around you, you in the past just had to keep going, had to balance, had to keep your shit together, had to get things done. Potentially taking on more than, I guess, your share of the work as well, but it's just like, I gotta keep going. So you could have had a lot of different responsibilities besides your personal life going on. A bit of a hectic schedule. And then there could have also been a lot of other situations around you, so friendships or toxicity in your family, or people being sick or other things that caused a bit of chaos or drama around you, and you're just like, but I gotta keep going despite my circumstances. And that was the general vibe. Could be bleeding into the current energies because we are looking at love, so these situations that are coming up can give you an idea of what to work on, or what may be hindering you or affecting your present situation or your ability to connect in with people. So in the past, you got kind of bored of waiting. You're not depending on things like destiny, fate, because Three of Wands typically is the universe giving you a present manifestation and that coming to fruition. And it's like you got sick of waiting. And you decided, or possibly someone decided, to tell their truth. So the Moon in reverse, you could have confessed your feelings to a friend or someone that you weren't quite sure of what the situation was, or just been like, what is this? The Moon in the reverse means that you could have found out something as well about somebody, the truth of the situation. So there's no more illusions. It's like, this is the facts, this is how it is. Whether that was direct or indirect. Nine of Swords is, I'm not going to be anxious about this. So whatever the truth that was revealed, was it beneficial for you in that you didn't hold on to any anxiety, you weren't feeling so guilty, being kept up at night with those thoughts, you were able to let that go and to move forward with the Eight of Wands, possibly with communication about this situation. The Hangman in the reverse indicates stagnancy, but you like trying a different approach to get out of that, and the need for a new perspective, but maybe holding on a bit tightly to the way things have always been, or what you have been told things should be, instead of exploring what it is that you want. And the Death is change around that. So death of the old, in with the new, transformation. Energies could also indicate that you, for example, cut your hair or did something, self-transformation. because that often happens when we're shedding old energy. 10 of Wands is a burden. I guess you decided to pick up your own burden or to like carry on for yourself. With that 10 of Wands, recognizing the hard work that you've put in, and that you're not just going to let that go. Like, you're recognizing the efforts that you've put in towards your love life. That could be to do with the transformation, self-growth, letting go of your anxiety and realizing, hey, actually it's worth me recognizing these things and working on myself and balancing things out, regardless of if somebody is around me or not. Because in the end, that hard work is going to pay off beneficially for my highest and greatest good, and then it will have a knock-on and a domino effect, to others. Let's get our Rider Tarot out. These are little mini cards we like. I got them because it's in a tin, so I thought it would be good travel size. I also did film like a quick flip through of this, which I will upload, so have a look for that. It's only about a 5 to 7 minute video, but yeah, just one of those things. You're like, oh, I got this deck, wait a minute, maybe I'll just film a quick thing, because other people, especially when I'm looking for purchasing or thinking if I'm interested in getting something or getting something for someone else as a present, looking up those flip through, walk through type videos is useful, because then a lot of the times you may find that maybe you don't resonate with something. Maybe the box and some of the cards pictured on the box are pretty, but the rest of it, like, it might end up being a pip deck and it didn't say it was. So, different things like that. Let's look at your present energy there. Libra. Wherever Libra is in your chart, that's also okay. The Hermit's kind of sitting behind there, so. Okay. You may get presently a bit choked up when it comes to communication, but just try. Even if you don't know what to say, it's like the attempt is better than nothing, and you can even just say, I'm not really sure, I'm just going to try to communicate this. Oops. This, you're being your feelings. Here, okay. These also so much easier to fit on the table. Look at that. Look at that. We've got, yeah, again. Presently, you're still having issues with patience. So impulsive behavior. Going against the status quo or what you've been told. What was I saying? From your past energy, maybe that's kind of what you decided to explore a bit. Can also indicate getting unwarranted advice from people, or specifically people in churches or in authority figures, in any sort of spiritual practice, right? The Magician is indicating that you have everything that you currently need to manifest and to be involved in a love situation, to be in a relationship if that's what you want. Maybe it isn't, because the Hierophant's in reverse. Like I said, sometimes that's not wanting to do things in a traditional sense as well, which is fine. As long as we're upfront straight away with those kind of things, then we avoid hurting anybody. So yeah, just impatience generally around you, a little bit of a loss of hope, but you, again, tired of doing nothing, tired of being silent, and being asked to go within with the Hermit. Introspection, what do you want? The Hermit's holding the star. So I do feel like this is kind of a process for you to find that hope again, to spark that, the hope within you for whatever kind of relationship it is that you want. Because it's easier currently for you to let that go and just to accept Maybe I'll never be in a relationship, or I never want to get married, I never want to do this or that. And it's kind of like, well, is it just because you don't think it's going to happen? And you're kind of tired of waiting around and you just want to explore? But yeah, the introspection here, like even just asking yourself those questions is part of the hermit's journey, you know? Seeing things from different perspective. Judgment in the reverse. So if something's not good for you, like a past connection, it will not come back around. Like it won't. You might try something or thinking about it, but it won't actually resurrect if it's not right for you. That could also indicate issues in your own self judgments or judgments of a situation, because you get too caught up in your head with the Eight of Swords, and you could lead with physical connections with that Ace of Wands. So if you can get out of your head and stop trapping yourself with those self-limiting beliefs, it'll allow you to also see these opportunities around you. Again, you're limiting yourself with being open and honest and vulnerable with others in regards to both your communication and specifically communicating your emotional needs, what it is that you want, because you think maybe they just want the physical thing. You don't see your self-worth, but you are letting go of these toxic, cycles and beliefs about yourself. It's just going to take time, and I do see you trying to always go to others for advice, like friends, or trying to go to relationships or other things to validate you, but you're being asked to go more within and do that work yourself. Being more honest, the moon reversed again, getting that perspective instead of trying to force things to happen. If it's supposed to be a quiet lull period with nothing happening, then you kind of have to allow space for that. There is an indecision from the past that you may be going back to, which could be that resurrection that we're looking at, but I don't know if anything's going to come of it because the Eight of Wands is reversed. So that could be a thing about timing, but an Emperor is indicated here, so that could even be an ex-husband or a father that you're wanting to connect to, or feminine energy as well. But yeah, who wants a new beginning? But again, it's more of a physical connection rather than anything emotionally fulfilling, and it's just like you need to have patience and wait for what it is that you really want, or wait for this person. Once you get over this anxiety about communicating, you kind of have to accept if they don't want what you want, because that's their free will. But all you can do is tell them and allow them to do whatever it is they're going to do. So holding on to the past affects new opportunities from coming in, letting go of self-conflict, and also simultaneously being more selfish with your time and energy, who you give to, not allowing breadcrumbs but matching people's energy, will help you to avoid the regrets from the past, not staying so silent and talking to people about things, and being more victorious and connecting in with your intuition and letting go of stuff instead of like you were doing before, juggling everything. There's our hangover card as well. So let go of what needs to be let gone of. That's not quite right, but you know what I mean. Make space for yourself. Feed the energy into yourself as well. Your business, your hobbies. It's a process, so trying not to feel shame or guilt, and realizing you're human and it's okay. It's normal to feel feelings. And rejection sucks, and being alone can be lonely. But if you've got an old energy around you that you're wanting to reconnect to, and it's just physical, make sure that you're prepared for that it is just that. Because otherwise you just end up repeating those cycles, So let's have a look. I mean, we did see future, but is there anything else that wants to come up? So, divine timing, the Wheel of Fortune, as above is so below. Manifestation, the 4 elements as well. With this, coming out, in your own timing, when it's right for you, you're gonna break your silence and really come out of this meditative state. Oh my gosh, I cannot pronounce that word. Anyway, and you'll be giving a lot more love to yourself, to your family, and more specifically friends, finding a community here that you're able to speak up in. Could be shared experiences, you know, community groups, work groups. Mostly that's friends, you know, or community groups. Yeah. The Hierophant, getting more in touch with your spiritual side here, so could be doing that as well. Things coming to fruition, finding your own emotional fulfillment through your own beliefs and like through yourself instead of through others, so that you're a more well-rounded person, you know, getting back to feeling confident again, and then re-engaging. I feel like through whatever that situation is, possibly a spiritual group or friend. It could be friend of a friend. There's communication coming in for someone. It's interesting you had the Emperor, now you got the Empress in reverse. So once you focus on yourself, that situation will resolve. It could also indicate that you don't want to have kids, but only take that if it resonates. Yeah. You're probably going to question this offer. But because it's going to come off different. This person's probably going to be different than what you're used to, and you're not really going to be able to read them very well, so you're going to be like, is this a manipulative offer? Is it like, what is this? Is it genuine? And they're probably very particularly attractive too, and they take the lead, so maybe because of how accomplished they are as well, you could be like, well, how do I fit into the picture? You know? Yeah, so there does seem to be energies there. Now, let me just pull all this together. Look, get back in there, please. Let's just get a couple of cards about this person. Something flipped over there. They're very giving. I got that is more giving. Sometimes when it's in the reverse, it can be a bit of breadcrumbing, but I don't see that. Although upright, it can be breadcrumbing. I feel like they would match your energy or possibly exceed it, and that's why you could be concerned about things like love bombing or whatever. There is a soulmate connection here, possible air or earth sign. They're very good at communication, they mean what they say, and they are very reliable, nurturing. Could be a good cook, could be, you know, nurturing in that literal sense of making you something, you know, very balanced despite whatever happens around them, as well with that Two of Pentacles, which is what was the overall energy around you at the beginning. So, yeah, looks like a soulmate. And not a karmic or anything like that. So, work on yourself. Stop looking around like, where are they? When? Just focus on yourself, your studies, your work, whatever that, you know, means to you. And, yeah, let's get some final messages from the Elemental Oracle as well. East, new beginnings. You've also got passion, the soul, letting out your emotions, being more vulnerable, and again, a very passionate encounter coming, going with the flow. Again, ocean, water, emotions, connecting in with your emotions, and then there's the marine life card, which says richness. So you could, I mean, have something to do with the beach. Maybe this person enjoys surfing or the beach. Oh, you do. But yeah. I hope that this helped you. Libra, if you would like a personal reading, please have a look at my Etsy. You can also see mini readings on TikTok as well, and I thank you very much for being with me today. I wish you all the very best, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!